my TheStraightUpViper here today on the mic and through your speakers, and there's a couple new things in this video I have to point out of some new equipment that I have. First off, I bet you can probably tell the quality is somewhat different than what you've been hearing in the past. And this is my new Logitech USB microphone thing, and that's just what it said on my computer. I honestly don't know if it has any other special name. It's pretty cheap. I didn't really want to go out and buy myself a Blue Yeti, because I think this is actually close enough to being a good microphone. Gosh, I can't talk. And it's actually pretty good. I really like the quality it's had, and I will probably start using it. And secondly, in this gameplay, this was the second game I've gotten with my new SCUF controller, and I have been really impressed with the results I've been getting while using the SCUF, with the trigger stops. If you can see, that's the only reason why I use the SMR. This was one of the first times I've ever used the SMR for a full entire span of a game, and doing good with it. I got 4 Orbital VSATs this whole entire game, and I just really liked the outcome and everything I've gotten from this controller. And I really have only had this for about a day, and so many things I have pointed out with this. It's just been amazing. The trigger stops is probably my favorite part. It makes my trigger fingers so much better. If you don't know trigger stops are, it is basically it stops the trigger from going all the way down like on a default controller, and it stops the trigger right wherever it would shoot with a semi-automatic weapon. So it comes out faster, and you can shoot a lot more faster. Shakes the trigger finger better, and I really have enjoyed it using the SMR and the FAL. I've been doing work with it, and I've also liked the little paddles on the back of the controller that would stand for the A and B buttons. And if you don't know what that is, on the back, on the left side of the back of the controller, there's a little paddle, and I could press that and it would stand for the A button. And if I went to the right side of the controller, it's identical, and that would stand for the B button. So I could jump faster or I could crouch faster. And I'm really impressed with the results I've been getting. I probably said that too much, but I just can't stress enough. I just can't talk enough about how I really do love this controller. And if you're wondering which one I got, it's the SCUF Hornet to match the colors of my team, vintage. And I just really do think that I'll be using the SCUF until a new Xbox comes out, or probably just for the rest of my life for the Xbox, for the rest of my lifespan with the Xbox, I guess I could say. And I just really think that if SCUF would get way more attention than it is, because the only attention I've gotten, or I've seen, is on YouTube with the famous YouTubers like Nadeshot, the whole entire Optic team, really. Minnesota Burns, he's just gotten into it recently. Optic Midnight, just people like that. And I just really think that if it had more attention, more people would get it. But I'll probably have a video of it soon, of what it is and how it works and everything. But this video, I've kind of already mentioned, is why you should buy the SCUF, how it helps you, all that stuff. And you should just buy it because, I mean, it helps your game. I got it for the sole reason I want to get better at Call of Duty, and I want competitive games to be more enjoyable, because I just really have had I can see improvement with my competitive gaming. Like, with most guns on competitive, if you get that jump shot, that first jump shot on your opponent, you've got the gunfight won, because they don't really have time to aim up before you're shooting right into them, all that stuff. And drop shotting's a lot easier too. If you just press the B button on the back of your controller, then, I mean, you got the gunfight won. They don't know how to you have more time to shoot in them when they have to rotate their bullet pattern to down. So, bullet pattern. I made that up. I don't even know if that's actually a real term. But I just think that if you get a SCUF, it will improve your game so much. And even if you're a pub person and you don't play League or GBs, anything like that, like I do, I mean, you can get I guarantee more higher kill streaks if you use the low ones. So like say if you think that Stealth Chopper, for example, would be your highest score streak you've ever gotten, you could easily rotate that up to at least a Lodestar VTOL or even a Swarm. You never know. Because you get that first shot on your opponents. That's the only thing you need in pubs. Competitive, you need map control and all that stuff, I guess. I mean, you have to communicate. Gun skill and winning gunfights is a part of it, a huge part of it, but it's not the whole entire thing. Where at pubs, most of it's just for playing for kills and streaks, and not the objective mostly, because most people just really want to go and have fun and not really worry about winning the actual game. So any Call of Duty player you are, you definitely need this. And also, if you're just like a single player game player, so say like you play a bunch of like Skyrim, I guess you could say. I've never played that game. Fallout, maybe. I'm doing old ones. I can't think of any current ones, like BioShock Infinite. Yeah, sure. But I mean, those games also. I mean, I guess if you're playing like a boss or someone, maybe. I mean, the gun, it could help you maybe. I mean, all the Call of Duty tactics could help you in single player, maybe getting not as much health taken away from you. I mean, I really haven't tried it out in single player, but I know it helps because, I mean, this controller is good for almost anything. I'm just saying. And I just really think that if you would use the A and B panels and they would put it on regular Xbox controllers, I mean, it would be a lot harder to play Xbox. And they do put them on regular Xbox controllers. I didn't mean for it to come out that way. But if Xbox sold their controllers like that, then you would probably have a less enjoyable time in Call of Duty. And since they got a smaller company like this, then I think more people that get that have the advantage. And people that just use default ones like I did after or before yesterday will have a less advantage. And you'd have to move your thumb a full entire way from your right thumbstick to A or B to crouch or jump. So that's one way it helps. So that about wraps it up. And I hope that you understand what the SCUF does. I will probably have a setup video. Like not a setup video, but a video showing my actual controller and what it does, seeing it instead of just hearing my voice talk about it. And I should have that up soon. I will have some other videos up soon, and hope you like this 4 VSAT gameplay. I was pretty surprised when I got it because I've hardly ever used the SMR ever, and with the trigger stops, it helped me so much. And yeah. So, all of you guys, make sure you have a nice night. And remember to stay awesome. See you guys.
Baby, I just got one simple rule. So let's start with good intentions. Start with good intentions.